Well, Gareth, first things first, how did that beer taste last Saturday night?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad, you know. And anyone who videoed me and put it on social media, I think I was well worth a beer that night. Only joking. It was. It was a nice day. It was a nice day Saturday, you know. It really was. It was. It was a plan that we put in place the week before. Credit to the boys. Absolute brilliant boys, warriors, you know, from them all. They delivered and they deserve to be in the championship next year. And training's been good this week. But yeah, looking forward to getting stuck into Bristol on Monday. But the whole season, you know, being in the championship next year is all that was. That was all that was the aim when I came in. And I'm proud to say we did it.
On a serious note, there's been real pressure around the place since you took over at the end of February. How has this week been with that pressure relieved?
Yeah, do you know what? Honestly, it's crazy to say, but I've tried to keep my energy positive around the place all the time. I've got great people around me, great friends, some of QPR fans who've backed me and they could have turned against me, but they've been great. The fans, I think, have been aware of what's going on. Of course, we've had some stick. There's been some frustrations, of course, you know, and having the weight of a lot of jobs and a lot of sort of anxiety on my shoulders. It's not been easy at times, you know, because people do look at you thinking, can we get out of this? And when we're losing games, it was tough, really was. But we looked into it. We looked at why we're conceding goals, what's happening. Tried to set up in a way that made us more solid. My only remit was get as many points as you can to help keep us in the championship, and I'm glad to say that remit has been delivered. You know, we short term, and can't thank the boys enough. You know, from the day I came in, you know, I remember Stefan Johansson. I pulled Steph, who's the club captain, and we had a good chat. And me and Steph have been really close. He's been a superb support from Albert and Chris Martin, some of the older boys. You know, all really saying, you know, some of these younger boys, we could do some guidance, some real positivity in the place, and it was brilliant to see them start trusting me and start coming with my methods and my ways, and the coaching staff that were here. You know, everyone's been through the mill. They really have at this football club, so everyone deserves super credit. I wish I could mention them all, because all the staff here have been nothing but positive, and nobody once has either had a go or been negative. I'd have picked them up on it, but nobody has, and the belief has been superb. So yeah, great moments. And like I say, when Les Ferdinand called me to come here, it was a no-brainer. Wanted to come back to QPR, wanted the challenge. As I said, Les has been a real support as well. Just, you know, totally backed everything I've done. So yeah, it's credit to everyone. Yeah, I don't want anyone to think it was us or them or whoever. It was everyone who works at QPR and everyone who supported QPR. You managed to keep QPR in the championship next year, and that's a nice thing to be able to say.
The win at Stoke last weekend was obviously season defining. We saw, while it wasn't celebrating the season that had, you know, gone before, we saw what it meant at full time last Saturday. How special was that moment you enjoyed in terms of between yourself, the players, the fans? How special was that moment?
It's a weird one, you know, because we're going up to the fans at the end on the back of a poor season, really, but that moment was super special. It's one of the ones that you treasure in football, you savour. You know, I want to try and get some photos of that moment, because it's a big moment for me. You know, Albert scoring his goal, it was a weird moment, honestly. I didn't celebrate as much as I've celebrated some goals. And then Dobbo in my ear telling me about the Reading score and what's happening there, and then 9 minutes of injury time going up. It was a crazy game, you know. But I think that you've got to celebrate your little triumphs. And so at the end there, and all the boys, including a lot of loan players, by the way, who often get questioned about whether it's their fight or not. Of course it was, you know, and we made it their fight. We're going over there and being part of that group that wear this badge with pride, you know, and seeing those fans, it's the best away support I've seen for probably since Hillsborough back in 2004, you know, when we got promoted. But it was sensational, you know, to be able to celebrate in front of those fans and say, we're there next year, no matter what happens. Thank you for your support, and it means a lot. So yeah, really proud, and I say there's a game to go yet, which I don't want to make out to be this nothing to play for jovial game. It's not. It's still a game I want to win. I want to come back to the loft, and I want to try and win at home, which is something that's been very seldom this year. You know, it's few and far between, and I think there's reasons for that. I think the boys feel maybe a little bit tighter at home, a bit pressure, and I want to make sure that's going to be a good performance on Monday, because the boys deserve this moment, and I've said that I've asked the club if we can do a lap of appreciation after the game, just to see the fans and to say thank you for your support. It hasn't always been easy, and I might even get a bit of stick on that as well, but I'm not bothered. It's nice to say thank you, because I know that they've been there for us.
You must be desperate to get to the summer to put your own stamp on things.
Yeah, of course, you know, short term, long term, and one in the middle, a medium term. We're probably in medium term now, you know. So short term was stay in the Championship, you know. I'm glad to say we can tick that one off. Medium term is let's turn this ship round totally. So let's face the right direction, and it'll be a slow one, you know. Have you ever tried to turn an oil tank around and get it going in another direction? That's like summing up what we've got to try and do here, and expectation levels of old, I think, have to be tempered now. I think we're a different club than we used to be. You know, the amount of fans that have said to me, "Oh, the Premier League years killed us" and all that. It's crazy to hear the fans saying that, but I can understand what they're saying, sort of thing. But it's like, no, we want to go that way. We want to go back there, but it might take a little bit more time. We're going to just be able to buy our way, spend our way. We're not going to be able to do that now. We're going to have to work our way there and do things right and put some real structure in place that enables this club to be a comfortable Championship club. Then let's have a look at the top 10, because that's been something that's not been achieved enough times. And then can we look higher than that, and then higher than that, you know? But I'm not going to say I'm going to go and win the Championship next year. Absolutely not. It's something that we've got to all have a realistic view on. I'll give it my all. We'll try and win every single game, believe me, and I will do that. But I also know there's a lot of work to do in the summer. Put my stamp on transfer window, a pre-season, you know, some new faces. Yeah, we'll give it a right go. And I've got to release an album, by the way, in the summer, so that's that as well. That's coming up. Honestly, that's been a killer. We've tried to release it. It was ready in February, and at Wickham it was going to be released. So please, if you can do one thing, buy the album, download the album, The Cold-Blooded Hearts, because that's been important to me as well. But I didn't want anyone thinking I was thinking about the music and not the relegation battle. Relegation battle always came first. But thank God I can get the record out now.
Just before we get to the record, the album being released, we've got Bristol City at Loftus Road on Monday. What sort of team can we see you, or expect to see you field on Monday?
Yeah, it will be a strong team, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't want to dismiss this game as anything except it's a game for Queen's Park Rangers at home. We want to win that game. I want to win every game at Loftus Road. I played in the charity game 5 years ago and wanted to win that more than anything in the world. I couldn't not want to win that, and that tells me it's in me. You know, I'm one of these people who you play a sport against anyone, or even dominoes or table tennis or whatever. I want to win it. There's no point doing it. So I'll be going into that game wanting to win it. There'll be some players, I'm sure, that will get minutes that haven't been getting minutes lately. There's some I want to look at for end of contract talks and situations like that. And there's someone who deserves to be in that side, because they've been sensational this season. You know, there's been some real stars. I think the Player of the Season awards may be given out that day. There's a lap of appreciation. I want it to be a nice day, and for that I want to make sure that the boys are performing. Now, result I can't take care of sometimes. You know, you get the decisions off the ref, or you get the odd fluke here and there. But performance, they'll give everything, and I want the fans going into the summer thinking, you know what, as long as they give everything, and it's a team we can be proud of, that's all that matters, because it's what QPR is about.